Metropole TVKE across all your social media platforms. I am at Kiage Simba. We are live on our website www.metropoletv.co.ke. This is your official sector trends, and as promised, let's tell you then where you can put your money in a 2022 year that everybody is saying wait and see. We do know why. The elections period. Now, the real estate market has shifted and evolved throughout the past year, evidenced by skyrocketing home prices, stiff competition for housing, investors snatching up properties in every market, large and small, with buyers who would normally be able to secure homes being priced out left and right. With so many unusual trends already witnessed in the housing and property market in 2021, it begs the question of what will happen with the real estate in 2022. Will markets continue to be on fire, or perhaps most importantly, what can you expect in this year's dominating real estate trends to be, and why? Now, to help answer these burning real estate questions, we are joined by Colonel Mboya, who's a senior sales and marketing manager at Added Value Group. Colonel, good morning.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Is it happy, or is it just a new year?
It's happy.
I like the way people say Happy New Year, because we expect things to be happy, isn't it?
Sure.
Fantastic. Yeah. Colonel, let's get into that first question. I mean, when you look at the trends in 2022, every other sector is already attaching this tagline, electioneering period. So someone's going to ask you, what are these top trends that we expect in the real estate sector in 2022? And can we run away from the elections in the real estate sector in 2022?
Simba, this is going to be one of the best elections that have ever been probably experienced in Kenya.
Yes.
You even realize that the candidates who are vying for the positions, the presidency,
yes,
they go to the backyard of their competitors, and they're being welcomed there, and it is a very peaceful campaign. So I have a lot of people who try to think about the election and the electioneering period that they think might hinder the developments and the real estate investments.
Yes.
It's not going to be so. Unlike the other elections. You remember 2017, 2013, things were so much tensed. And when you compare those other years and this year, you cannot even know that there's an election. Mm-hmm. There's no poster that's been put, yes, and we're only 5 or 6 months away from the elections. You can only see billboards. So this is going to be one of the easiest and best elections that we've ever had, the most peaceful,
yes,
that we've ever had. Having said that, we should not shy away from investing in real estate, especially now because of the elections. Elections will come and go. We're going to get a new government that is coming in. Mm-hmm. Already the things that have been laid by the outgoing President Uhuru Kenyatta, is done so well in terms of infrastructure. The roads, the connections, the utility connections is done so well. So definitely there's a plan that even in the next government, the person who is coming in, yes, will definitely pull up where he's left. You see the SGR gauge, it was the previous government's project, and President Uhuru picked it up and has put it and has made people now to travel easily from Mombasa to Nairobi, and has been extended to Nakuru and Kisumu. So let's not shy away. This is the best time to invest.
Pretty much. So, but somebody's going to ask you, Colonel, that indeed, if at all then I'm going to put my money somewhere in 2022, in as much as we're saying, well, this might be a proper electioneering period, that it might be, that's everybody's prayer, that it might be peaceful. But we haven't really witnessed that since 2008, in as much as we say, Colonel, well, things might be good in 2022. Then somebody's going to ask you, if I am that kind of investor that you can't convince that the election is going to be good, where do I invest then in real estate?
The best thing you can do, there are very many portfolios that you can adapt.
Yes.
Number one, buy a land buy a parcel and keep it. You can buy a parcel anywhere and keep it, just for probably speculation. That immediately after election, in August or in September or November,
yes,
you can resell it. That is number one. There are old houses that you can just get something and buy an old house, do the renovation. After that, have some time to think about what you want to do. Do you want to put it in there? You want to put a tenant, or
yes,
you want to probably resell it after the renovation? That's an option of people who are a little bit so much stick into this election that is coming in.
Yes.
You can invest in that.
Yes.
Yes.
So from what you said it this morning, Cornell, we've seen exactly how the real estate sector has been performing since 2018.
Yes.
You can say that indeed some segments of the real estate sector have been performing, some have been really in some sort of doom and gloom. From what you said this morning, what are those growth points that you expect the real estate sector to go through in 2022 despite the electioneering period? I still have to keep on referring to that.
Sure.
Because everybody I'm talking to is saying, man, can we wait until the election is done before we invest?
Simba, number one,
yes,
real estate usually depends on, number one, infrastructure. Number two, the economy.
yes,
and let's talk about infrastructure a little bit. You've seen the roads. When you go to Mombasa, I talked to you about Dongokundu bypass.
yes, yes.
The other day, somebody was complaining about the traffic that was getting into Mombasa and ferry and crossing over. So definitely, when that road is done, I'm pretty sure it's like 20%, 98% done.
Yes.
When it is done, the people that are living along that area, definitely the parcels will go up. The connections, the utility connections, let's talk about electricity, let's talk about water, and even the industries. Here in Kitui, we are getting balls that are made, the Mikasa balls, football, that are made in Kitui.
Yes.
There's water in the semi-arid areas. There's connection in the actually in the whole country. So what is going to depend on the growth of real estate probably this year and also even after the election is the infrastructure that has been put, which is pretty good. The economy is not bad compared to the elections that have happened. You can see people still drive to town. You can see people still want to invest, talk about investment. So however much we want to stick to the election, we are not so much, we are not that bad compared to the previous elections where people could not even talk about investment,
yes,
in real estate or in stock market or in anything.
Yes.
Yes. So this time it is better.
Pretty much.
Yes.
So it's a direct question again, Cornell, that when you look around now, especially the real estate market in 2022, well, there could be a lot of segments that somebody could go into. Again, direct question as well, Cornell. Is it buy a house? Is it buy land? And can I do it myself, or I leave it to a real estate agent who's going to advise me and tell me exactly the way the market is shaping?
You can buy land.
Is land a
and leave it?
Is it the safest avenue, really? Yes.
It is.
Yes.
You know, land doesn't depreciate.
It doesn't.
It appreciates in all the time.
Yes.
That is number one. Number two, you can as well buy a house. There's this the Big Four agenda that the president has been looking at and very keen about. That is the housing. We've got some in Pangani, some in Changamwe that are coming up.
Yes.
We've got some in Kiambu that are still coming up. So the government has put things in a very clear way that a one-bedroom house doesn't go for more than 1.5 million. A two-bedroom house doesn't go for more than 2.5 million.
Yes.
as well 3-bedroom house. So what usually happens...
And is that the standard? Would you like to say, Colonel, that that's the standard?
That's the standard.
For what you like to call cheap houses?
Cheap houses.
Yes, because that we have that conversation point as well.
Yes.
Because I wanted that to come from you as well. You just go around with that because I'll be coming back to that point as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the cheap houses that we are talking about, I'm trying to explain, and actually it is in the government portfolio.
Yes.
Someone can invest in that, though it has got a lot of things that need to be considered, which we're going to talk about later. Currently, when you buy a plot or you buy probably an old house and do the renovation, you can resell it. Yes. At a very good price. Yes. And get the profit that you used.
So when you look at that strategy, yes, that the surest strategy is go look for these properties that probably would have these houses, and then you can renovate it and resell it.
And give that to a real estate professional.
Yes.
That would advise you on the key things that you need to look at.
Yes.
Advise you on the trend that is coming up. And also look at probably when you fear what is coming to happen after or before elections.
Yes.
Definitely is going to advise.
And that's why you're saying if 2022 you're going to invest in real estate, then you need to rely heavily on a real estate professional. Fantastic. Yeah. So now 2022 as well, cheap options. Some people may want to run away from some areas. We do expect that. If 2008, 2013 was quite any lesson for any investor, that right now you might find cheap properties popping up for people who want to sort of run away from these areas and sort of wait and see what the election has to offer. What is cheap in relation to 2022 real estate market? And should you question why some properties may be retailing on a cheaper level in a 2022 before you can actually jump onto that?
We call it affordable.
Yes.
Not cheap.
Not cheap.
So the affordable housing,
yes,
is usually very important because number one, you must be a Kenyan, of course, over 18 for you to register and get it. Secondly, it is also important that you don't come and have the whole apartment. You know, some people could come because it is cheap. You get a 1-bedroom house that is going for 1 million. Someone can come with the cash amount of money of 10 million and take 10 units.
Yes.
It is one per person. That is to cater for everyone because it is meant. It actually is not meant for everyone. It is meant for people who really needs it.
Yes.
That's why it is called the affordable homes.
Yes.
For the middle income.
Yes.
So the plans have been laid out that you start. They usually start from off plan. Mm-hmm. So the off plan, when it is when they start, usually you buy from there, the off plan.
Yes.
Once that is done, you organize yourself and get maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years or even up to 10 years, depending on the payment plan that you'd want. So currently, I would advise people to go for these affordable homes. It is everywhere. Yes. There are some coming in Eastlands, Donholm. Yes. That probably the launch will be, we're going to break the ground in April. So the earlier you start to think about it, the better. Mm-hmm. Yes. Pretty much. Yeah. So let's talk about those prices, Colonel. And I want you to speak from the perspective of a real estate professional now. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's as if the prices have been set for 1 bedroom, a 2-bedroom, and a 3-bedroom. If going by anything, this price that have been set by these government projects is not what you should be able to also get from any other person selling you these properties. Can they go higher? And if they go higher, by what price margin? And if they go lower, by what price margin? Because it looks set now. What happens is, yes, like for example, a good example in Pangani, the affordable homes that were going for 1.25, 2.25, and 3.35. These ones, the affordable rates were sold even before we started the construction.
Yes.
Now what happened is what is there is currently the market rate, which a 3-bedroom duplex is going for 9 million. Its spacious is good, and would want probably any other person to visit and see what has been done in Pangani, what has been done in Parklands, so that at least when they think about Donholm or Woodley that is also coming up, or Changamwe, they'll definitely have the picture of what has been done. As well in Kiambu.
Yes.
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 Yeah. So it is important that every person to at least have a look at it, so that you have a rough idea of the pricing, the size, and probably the mode of payments or things like that.
Yes. Yes. Pretty much. So let's talk about these affordable units as well. And 2022, we got to talk about that, Cornell. Land as well. I mean, we see now a strategy where it's 50 by 100, 40 by 80, 100 by 100s, where guys are selling them for 700,000, 500,000, 550,000. Talk to me, Cornell. Is that a proper investment opportunity for anybody who wants to own land? What is the other side of the coin to this? What should I understand before I rush to these plots that are getting sold cheaply across the country by different real estate companies?
It is important to have a parcel, Simba.
Yes.
And having a parcel still is an investment, because you'll have it now, look at it in 3 or 4 years' time, you resell it, you'll definitely get probably double or triple of what you used to when you're buying the parcel.
Yes.
Secondly, infrastructures are really coming up, and the developments are also coming up. The roads are being done, the electricity, the water. So definitely in 2 or 3 years to come, the parcel that you've bought somewhere, a road might be passing there.
Yes.
Or probably being tarmacked, or water or electricity would be there. So it is usually very important for every person to at least have a parcel. You can use it as a collateral when you want something in the bank. When you have the title, you go to the bank, approach the bank, you get a loan. What are they going to charge you? They're going to charge it from the title deed,
yes,
which is the same parcel that you own. So it is very important.
But what factors should I really be keen for in 2022, Cornell?
In 2022,
it's not just about buying, isn't
it?
Yes. That, yes, it's affordable. I can get it for 720,000 shillings, can get it for 350,000 shillings, depending on where the parcel of land is. But then what am I keen to look at, Cornell, before I jump into this land?
There's only one thing that should be looked at,
yes,
when you are thinking of buying a parcel. What is the next project that is coming in there? Are there people who are coming to build around? Are there developments? Take for example, some years back, I think 10 years back,
yes,
Stima Sacco had land in Syokimau, and they made Stima Village. It was just a whole parcel of land. There was nobody, there were no roads. They did the road, they did the Stima Village. It was a 3-bedroom maisonette. I think there were like 100 units.
Yes.
The people who had the plots by then, before Stima Sacco bought and probably did the development, the people who had the plots around there had to shoot up the prices from 500,000 to 3 million. That is a 50 by 100. So before you think about that, you need to, what is really coming up? Are there roads that are coming up? Where you've bought the parcel, is there any development that's going to come up?
Yes.
Or is there probably an investor who is coming? Look at the Title City. It was a whole, probably a coffee farm. And the people who are having the plots around there, by then, before the Title City came in, Currently, you can't get a plot there less than 7 million.
Yes.
That's a quarter. It is impossible.
Yes.
So those are the things that we need to look at, probably, especially in this 2022.
Pretty much.
Yes.
All right. I just want to mention something shortly again before we talk about added value group, Cornell, and what you have to offer in 2020. Just quickly on that, you mentioned infrastructure. That indeed, before I rush into that piece of land, before I buy that house somewhere, that infrastructure is one of the major things that I have to look at.
Yes.
But what specifically in terms of infrastructure are we talking about, Cornell?
When we're talking about the roads,
yes,
we're talking about electricity.
Is it but the potential for that road, or that road has to be there already?
That road has to be there already.
Yes, yes.
But it's an improvement of that road.
Isn't it? You know, these real estate companies come with a lot of promises, you know. They even tell you the government has plans in the next 1 year to build a road through here. They even show you a map. Should I see it and then say, yes, this road is here before I buy that land? Because those are some of the questions that you find that most investors rush into. They say, yes, it's right here, but the government in 2 years has a plan to build a road through this area. So you find that if I don't see that road, I might run away from a potential investment opportunity. Yes.
The road has to be there.
Has to be there. You have to see it.
You have to see it.
So don't run on a promise.
Don't run on a promise. You have to see the road.
Yes.
Because you might get a parcel on the road.
Yes.
So you have to get to where the road is.
I see.
And probably, usually they usually give promises about what is supposed to be done on the road in 2 or 3 years' time.
Yes.
Usually it takes time, but at the end of the day, you will find the road being done. Look at the Syokimau route.
I see.
Just immediately after the Naivas, you get to Syokimau. Definitely that road took years before it was done. And people already done their projects there, people already living there. And it is a clear one that it is done. So it takes time, like but at the end of the day, it's being done. But the road has to be there. You might build on the road.
There's an end. You have to see it.
You have to see it.
For you to actually say that indeed this is exactly where it's going to run.
Yes.
Fantastic. All right. Now, Connor, let's talk about added value group. It's a new name that we introduced into Business IM. In terms of 2022, what are you offering? And are you in any way also attaching your offerings in 2022 to the electioneering period?
Added value group, we've got projects that we are doing in Kiambu. We have some in Miga, the golf course. We have Pangani, the affordable homes. Actually, we are so much into the affordable homes. Sorry. In Pangani, we had the affordable homes that were running for 1, 2, 3 million, respectively, for 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms.
Yes.
And they were done before even the construction were started. We sold them off plan.
Yes.
100% sold. Even people are currently calling to ask about is there anything remaining? And finally, there's no one who is defaulting.
Yes.
There's nobody who is defaulting. So there it is sealed. What we have in Pangani, 3-bedroom duplex.
Okay.
They are going for 9 million. They are good, the show house is ready, and I can advise people to take a walk just next to the police station, opposite police station, Pangani police station. Let's take a walk there. We have you have a site visit.
And for Pangani, you call this affordable, isn't it?
Affordable, yes.
Yes. Yes.
It's affordable. You have a look at it, because the same thing that you have in Pangani is what we are going to do in Donholm.
Okay.
We have something in Donholm Phase 5.
Yes.
The plans are underway. We've got all the approvals, and in March, that is a month from now, you're going to start selling, and you're going to do it off plan. Definitely, the 1-bedroom will go into 1 point something.
Yes.
2-bedroom, 2 point something.
Just within that margin that the government has already set, the government under that affordable housing plan, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the earlier the better. Because we got a list of people who maced in Pangani, who maced in Ngara, who maced in Parklands. There's a list. So when you come early, definitely we are going to give you an opportunity. The mode of payments and the payments plans is usually very flexible.
Pretty much. Yeah. That's actually one question that I want you to touch on, because there is the Lipa Pole Pole. You know, you're attracting the middle class, especially for estates like Donholm. The Lipa Pole Pole plan, how do you approach it, and at what level? Can I have my own plan, or it's just across the board?
You can have your own plan. Actually, what usually happens in the Lipa Pole Pole
yes.
is that you do probably at 30% or 10%, depending on the agreement that you have
yes.
With the developer. Once that has been done, you get your payment plan that is going to suit you. You want 5 years, you want 10 years, depending on what you want.
Okay.
I really appreciate some circles like and banks like Postbank. Postbank, what they do, they have a plan of buying like 10 or 15 units for their staff. Now we don't talk to their staff, we talk to the bank. Then the bank talk to their staff. So it is only available for only the staff for yes. for the Postbank. So what they do after they buy 10 or 15 units, each and every person to go apply through their bank. So they pay the bank, then the bank clears up with us.
I see.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Secondly, on the Lipa Pole Pole, we have something called Boma Yangu. It's the same thing as the Lipa Pole Pole. So
yes.
Boma Yangu, what happens is you register. You must be a Kenyan, of course. You have an ID, and now there's something that you pay monthly.
Yes.
Depending on the unit that you want. A monthly subscription. Or some pay 2,300, some pay 200, some pay 500. So this whole amount of money that you're paying is going to be moved to the project that you're going to choose.
I see.
In the affordable homes.
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic.
We also have service plots. Zaria Village, we also have service plots that are going for 8.4 million. Me saying service plot means that we have the roads that have been done, Cabro, there's been fenced, we already have the clubhouse, we also have the swimming pool, we have the titles are ready. So someone would not come like waiting for the titles to be charged by the bank.
Yes.
Titles are ready, so you can easily come and get the title, get charged, and you get your loan or mortgage to come and buy. The fence has been done. Actually, it is fenced all over, and it is pretty good. If you visit Zaria Village, in the website of Added Value Group, or just Google Zaria Village, you're going to get everything there.
Pretty much.
Yes.
All right. So let's also look at mortgage. Is it also an area that you would advise people who want to own real estate to rush into mortgages? But if I get mortgage, Cornell, am I an investor or somebody who just wants a home? Which is the better balance?
Mortgage usually comes in, especially when one is not able to make a lump sum of payment
yes.
to the project
yes.
that he probably wants. If you can't afford to pay 10 million or 20 million cash to buy a project, definitely you're going to get the mortgage. Mortgage as well is almost the same as Lipa Pole Pole.
Yes.
Because you remain with the bank. That whole money that, the prize money of 20 million that you were thinking of buying a parcel is sent to the owner of the parcel, to the seller. Now you here to pay 50 or 40,000 every month until it is done.
Yes.
So mortgage is also probably a way of investing. Let's not shy away from that.
Yes.
Yes.
Would you advise it for somebody looking to, maybe I should ask this question because it's a direct question as well. Can I use these properties that I am renting or buying from you as well, so that I can rent them out, and now this rent that I'm getting from these properties will be the one that I'll be using to pay off my Lipa Pole Pole plan. Is that a model that is also acceptable?
It is a model that is acceptable.
Yes.
And it's actually the best way of doing that. Take, for example, what we have in Pangani. It is 9 million.
Yes.
There's a bank, Middle East bank, that is giving a loan of 6 million. You're only looking for 3 million to put in there. Then the 6 million is provided by the Middle East bank.
Yeah, by the bank.
Once that is done, you can put someone there because they are actually they are ready.
Yes.
In June or August, people are going to move in. You bring a tenant, you put there to pay 50,000 because that is a market rate for that.
Yes.
This 50,000 is easy, is coming easily, and is going to give you opportunity to rent it to someone and give that money to the bank where you took the mortgage.
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic. Yeah. That's exactly the conversation that we had for you this morning. I believe that I've gone through all the questions that have come in to Metropole TV. Now, if you have any other questions, you don't know exactly what to do, you can actually get in touch with us at Metropole TV KE across all your social media platforms, #BusinessAM. Let that conversation continue. Connor, thank you very much for coming to the studio this morning. Guess what? It's a fast. There is a lot that we can talk about real estate, and we've opened this here. I know next we're going to talk about deeper issues concerning this particular sector. Fantastic. Now you do know exactly what it is at Metropole TV KE across all your social media platforms. My name is Simba Elijah Charles Kiaga. This morning we were in conversation with Colonel Mboya, Added Value Group. Good morning.